Hi Aquarius, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your December 2024 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who've liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's a Celtic cross spread as always. And I also pulled the 4 agreements and wisdom of the oracle card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off our roll notes astrology as we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. Alright, we have Neptune. So Neptune's actually in Pisces, which is your second house of possessions, finances, and self-worth. It's actually going to start direct motion around the second week of December. So it's still retrograde at the time I'm recording this. All right, we have Gemini, and Gemini is actually your fifth house of romance, creativity, and children. And we will have a full moon in Gemini right in the middle of December. So makes sense to see that pop up. And again, we see Gemini energy come up because you have fifth house energy with this die as well. And of course, like we just said, for you guys, that does represent Gemini. So yeah, definitely looks like there's a focus on fifth house matters for you guys this month for sure. But we'll keep that in mind as we go through the main spread. And the main situation position, we have the Sun. And challenging that, we have the Three of Wands. So this is Aries energy here. So yeah, could just be saying that ultimately for some of you, I feel like this is saying that, maybe you've been holding on for the mood to lighten, right? Maybe if you've been hoping to feel a bit more light and playful in your energy, could just be saying that it seems to be on the way, but you just might have to be a little bit more patient. Now, for some of you, it could just be as simple as maybe if Scorpio season's been a little bit rough on you guys, right? Because Scorpio energy can clash with Aquarius energy, whereas Sagittarius is going to be more supportive. Could just be saying that as more of these transits start to move through Sagittarius, you might start to feel a little bit better already. In the foundation position, we have the Three of Swords. So this is a Libra energy here. So yeah, so maybe ultimately that's what's going on, right? Maybe you went through a heartbreak, a disappointment of some kind, and you're just waiting for that mood to lift. Right, in the past position, we have the Page of Wands. So yeah, to me, it says that at the very least in the past, it looks like you might have at least attempted to take this on yourself, right? To say, oh, I'm going to get myself out of this slump, right out of this bad mood. And maybe you just found that it was a bit of a struggle to do so. In the present position, we have the Nine of Wands. So yeah, basically, this seems to throw more emphasis on the message I just had there, which is, like I said, it looks like you might have tried to be more proactive in the past to help yourselves get out of that feeling of disappointment, maybe a little bit of, some of you maybe even as far as some level of depression, right? But it could just be saying you might have been struggling with that. So it could just be saying that maybe for a while you were actually engaging in physically trying to get yourselves out of it, but now you're being called to just give it a little bit more time for things to flow naturally. All right, in the near future position, we have the Three of Cups. So this is actually Cancer energy here. So yeah, now I do have to say for some of you, this could just be saying that as we move closer to the Cancer full moon, which will be mid-January, you might really start to feel like things are improving significantly for you guys. It could just be saying you might have to ride out the heavier energy for a little longer. Right, in the position of your influence in the situation, we have the Knight of Swords. So this is actually a Gemini energy here, but of course you guys are fellow air signs, so that could be why it's popping up here. I do notice that this card tends to come out more when we do have Mercury retrograde, and given that this is a card that's ruled by Mercury, it makes sense. And if we look at the positioning too, it looks like it's moving right toward that Three of Swords, right? So I feel like this is saying, you might just really want to feel the need to push yourselves past that disappointment, right? So like I said, it looks like on one hand, you're being asked to karmically just give it a little bit more time to clear itself out, but you seem to be wanting to take a more proactive role in getting out of that energy. All right, in the environment position, we have the Five of Swords. So this is Aquarius energy here. Now, I will say, let's say if this was a heartbreak, right? You and another person, and for whatever reason, you're really proactively trying to get things back on track with them, right? But the obstacle there could be that this person might not be ready yet, right? So it could just be saying ultimately the two of you might end up back together, but if you push it too fast too soon, it might actually backfire to where they're going to feel cornered and feel like they have to push you away even further. All right, in the hopes or fears position, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So I'm going to assume this is hope for a lot of you, right? Could just be saying that you are hoping to get that opportunity to fix things that went wrong in the past, right? To rebuild a situation. That's what I see with that. So yeah, and of course, given that this is Pentacle energy, right, that means that this could span from anything from a romantic connection, a family bond, or even maybe a work-related situation. All right, in the outcome position, we have the Chariot. So more Cancerian energy here. And again, so for some of you, this could be pointing to the significance for you guys of that Cancer full moon in mid-January. But if not that, this could just be saying that ultimately, karmically, you'll feel when the time is right to move forward. So like I said, it seems like you guys just might be trying to force it out of your systems right now, but this could just be saying karmically you'll feel when the time is right. That Chariot energy could feel like it just pulls you along. So something to watch out for there. All right, and bottom of the deck we have the World. So yeah, it could just be saying that it's as simple as there's something you still need to learn from the situation, right? And the best way to do that might be to just detach, let things flow a little bit more naturally, and then you might actually see what the real situation was, and then once that lesson's fully integrated, you'll be able to move forward. I do have to say, we're going to have Mars retrograde in your opposite sign starting on the 6th of December, so that could be what it is for some of you as well. So like I said, especially if this is some kind of partnership, you're trying to get back on track, you might find that the other people that you're dealing with might not have that same level of enthusiasm and energy toward the situation, but if that's the case, could just be pointing to that transit as to the primary reason why, and why you're asking, why you're being asked to be a little bit more patient in the meantime. All right, from the four agreements, we have always do your best. And it says surrender and let go of the past. Right? It says whatever life takes away from you, let it go. When you surrender and let go of the past, you allow yourself to be fully alive in the moment. Letting go of the past means that you can enjoy the dream that is happening right now. So definitely an interesting message there, right? Because like I said, for some of you, it could just be where you're almost trying to force yourself out of a difficult energy that you might have found yourselves in. And I feel like this is saying that, the best thing to do would just be surrender, let it go, and just let things flow more naturally. And that might be a quicker way to get you back on track than you might think. All right, so from the Wisdom Oracle, we have Fork in the Road. There's the artwork, and the number is 13. Let's see what this has to say. All right, Central Meanings says time to make a decision, considering the consequences as you prepare to act, owning up to your obligation to make a necessary choice. The Oracle's message: every choice has a consequence. You've arrived at a fork in the road and are being asked to come to a decision. Will you further your dreams by choosing left or by choosing right? Will you take the road less traveled or the one well worn by others who have come before you? This is your choice and yours alone to make. Circumstances and other people will not make it for you. Be present and do not avoid this junction, for it is an important crossroads. Take heart, as no matter which path you choose, you will have a rich and meaningful experience. So, definitely an interesting message there, right? As far as for those of you, if you do feel like you're just stuck altogether, right? And that's where the frustration is. You're like trying to force yourselves out of that stuck energy. You'll just be saying that, maybe if you could just remove some of that pressure from yourselves and know that there really is technically no wrong decision in the situation, that might actually help alleviate things too. The relationship message says you've reached the moment of truth in the evolution of your relationship. Which will you choose? To open up to the possibility of love or to remain isolated? To go deeper and commit to mutual passion or to walk away? This is a time to take responsibility for your truest desire and follow it. Be honest with yourself about what you're willing to do, invest, and give. Then choose. You cannot make a wrong choice. If you move forward with a relationship, know that it will be based in truth and authenticity. You have made a conscious decision rather than simply hanging on because you don't want to be alone, or ending things because you're afraid of the intensity of genuine connection. All roads lead to the lessons you must learn in your relationships. Regardless of the decision you make, it will place you on the path to a truer experience of the heart. So yeah, have an interesting message there. This didn't necessarily jump out like a romantic connection, although for some of you, like I said, maybe that's where this disappointment came from and you're trying to get that back on track. So if that's the case, hopefully it resonated. And the prosperity message says you've come as far as you can on this part of your journey, and now you're faced with a choice. Inherent in this choice is the need for change, for evolution, and for bettering of your circumstances. Narrow it down to just a single question. Who do I need to become, and what do I need to believe in order to live a prosperous life? Answer honestly and from the heart. Then the decision about which way to go will be effortless. Know that abundance is all around you. Choose to see it, and it will be easier to settle on the direction. For the way will be made clear by your intuition, which knows how to steer you toward your well-being. So yeah, again, definitely a positive message there. So hope it resonated with you guys. Hope you guys have a good holiday season, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.